All right. Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy best day of the week. It's good to be back after the holidays and stuff, family time. I'm really happy to be back grinding again. Um, so let's go over everything. I've done some things since my last video. Um, I don't exactly remember what exactly or when or whatever, but we'll just go over everything. So we'll go over all current positions. So let's just start with equity positions that I'm in. So Taiwan Semiconductor had a great day today. I have no clue why. Maybe we can go over this later on in the video, trying to do some research. Um, but yeah, so great day, Taiwan Semiconductor. Um, and we were talking about in previous videos back here, and Taiwan Semiconductor was right here at 207. So I guess this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trading days ago. So like 2 weeks ago. That Taiwan Semiconductor looked a lot better than NVIDIA did. So, I was saying if NVIDIA works, look for Taiwan Semiconductor to outperform. Now, this is just a shorter term view. Longer term, I don't know. And if one works, the other will work. Taiwan Semiconductor looks the best out of the whole bunch. So that's why I chose Taiwan Semiconductor over NVIDIA or especially AMD. Um, I would love AMD to start working again. That was one where I've done really well with AMD. You get some of those stocks, right? Anyways, let's go over Taiwan Semiconductor. This on really good volume down here. So this is at least double normal volume. So when you see a breakout in a stock, you want to see that corroborated by the volume, and that's what happened today. I even added to this today. I first started a position here, like at the dead high, and one, 2, 3 trading days ago, I added to this. And then I added to this today. Again, I personally hate gap ups. Because, as the saying goes, all gaps get filled. Sometimes they take years. But I would say that's more of a rarity. And I thought about not adding to this today, but I've got Jim Ropel's voice in my head saying, a new high, all-time high, heavy volume, gap up, that is a must buy or add. So when I was going through the thought process, that was the deciding factor. It's Jim Ropel. I love his saying, wild horses couldn't stop me from buying. So anyways, this is a huge base. This is a proper breakout from a proper base. So long as markets remain good, look for Taiwan Semiconductor to do good as well. So let's see, we'll start the base like here. So 1028, 10, 11, 12. So a little over 2 months of a base. That is sufficient for another leg higher. So yeah. Now I'll just look to keep adding to this. Anyways, my average cost on this is 207 and 11 cents. All right, let's see why. Let's see if there's any news on it. Taiwan Semiconductor analysts sees advanced nodes driving growth in 2025. Oh yeah, is that all it was? Really? That Microsoft, the news of Microsoft planning to invest 80 billion into AI data centers in this year. Wow, that's quite the reaction to that news if that's what it was. So anyways, okay, so there's Taiwan Semiconductor. Man, this one could be long. I'm still in a lot of positions. And anyways, okay, so Taiwan Semiconductor. Oh, let's talk about one I added like 2 trading days ago. What is today? Monday, so Thursday or something. Maybe it was Friday. CCJ. So this is one, this is a good theme heading into this year and the next couple of years. As these tech giants look to, invest into data centers and all the electricity that it takes, look for nuclear energy to perform well. So this is a uranium play, so more of the picks and shovels type play. So thematically, I can see nuclear energy doing well over the next year or so, and yeah. Nice strong move, big volume. This is a nuclear ETF here, nuclear energy ETF. So anyways, let's see this on the weekly chart. I don't like this close here below the 50-day moving average. It's kind of like gave up all the gains, closed back, but this is whatever. Let's look at this on the weekly chart. Yeah, it looks fine. It's fine. Actually, you know what? This weekly chart, the stochastic is down here at 20. That's quite remarkable. So, yeah, volume's picking up. Man, see, the volume really dried up in here. Although these were very low volume days anyways. For indexes. But, yeah. So, anyways, a couple days ago, I started a position in this $52.42 as the average cost basis. Moving on. Yeah, I would love another sector or industry to go after for the next year or two. So I hope, hope is not the right word. If nuclear energy continues to perform well, that would be cool. All right. Okay, Goldman Sachs. Still in Goldman Sachs. I will be in this one for a while. Huh. Yeah, it was very strange financial services price action today. Very strange. But anyways, the average cost basis of these is $4.59 and 13 cents. Been in this one for a long time. Long time. Back here. Wow, since before summer. And I still am bullish on financial services. I'm a little bit less bullish than I was last week. And that is due to the potential dangers for regional banking. That's good. This gap was filled and then a nice strong close. So that's good to see. But office delinquencies are at levels that were the worst in 2009. So during the great financial crisis, at the very worst, we are currently at those same levels in office delinquencies, as well as interest rates are very elevated. So you have regional banks with high concentration of office buildings as well as bonds. And when interest rates go up, the price of bonds goes down. It's also, they're underwater on their office buildings, and you try and refinance that debt, that's going to be a no-go, and yikes, watch out. So if that situation doesn't get any better, I will most certainly be less bullish on banks. Now, another reason would be, why would that be a big deal for a bank like Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan, where JP Morgan has less than 1% or something like 1% of their balance sheet in office spaces, right? So they doesn't, super little, but it will still affect them. So how does it matter? Because banks will stop lending and financial conditions will get tighter. Banks are the ones that, quote unquote, print money. So they're the ones that lend money into the system that me and you use to buy goods and services. That does not come from the Federal Reserve. That comes from banks in the form of credit, in the form of money out of thin air. So as money supply increases, typically asset prices also increase. Things that are priced in that currency, as long as things are done in a good solid manner, typically the assets that are priced in that particular currency will increase. So when financial conditions get tighter, the inverse happens. So we do not want to see financial conditions get tighter. Man, that was pretty long-winded as to why I'm less bullish on banks. But let's see. Let's see JP Morgan. Yeah, see, very strange price action for banks there. It's kind of not good. Ooh. That's okay. What else is there? Bank of America. Yeah. Man, they really gave up a lot of it. That's fine. What other ones are we at? MasterCard. Whoa. What happened there? MasterCard, Visa. What the heck happened to MasterCard? Whale alerts in today's session. What are the whale alerts? Symbol. What do we look at MasterCard? Here, where is it? Here it is. Bearish. So they're selling a bunch of calls. That's the reason why calls would be bearish. Expiration 417, strike price 545, total trade price 45K. What? Okay, so this is meaningless. This is absolutely meaningless. Let's see like, who the heck wrote this? Anyways, let's see what if they say anything about MasterCard. Here it is. Regarding MasterCard, we reserve a call option trade with bearish sentiment. It expires in 100 days. Parties traded 40 contracts. Okay. 511. So what? This guy just sold a bunch of calls with the strike price of 545. I don't know. But what the heck? Strange. Wonder why MasterCard's not doing so hot. I wonder if it's got to do with maybe people aren't making their payments or something. Maybe that's something I need to look into. Credit card delinquencies. I wonder if those are up substantially. All right, let's look at this on a weekly chart. Whatever. Monthly. Whatever. Weekly chart. Daily. I don't know. There is a gap down here to fill. Kind of. Maybe it was already filled. I don't know. All right, moving on. Goldman Sachs. EA Sports. I'll probably get out of this one. It's kind of not acting as expected. It's just a laggard, and the way that I like to operate is I cut my losses and move on. Now, this could totally work and go higher. It is sitting right where I would think support would be. Plus, you have the 200-day moving average down here, which should act as support as well. But yeah, it's just, and you know what? I think Ken Griffin sold his entire stake in EA Sports, I believe. Oh, they get downgraded. Not that that matters at all. Yeah. Oh, there was something about Citadel in here. Oh no, Citigroup. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, whatever. I still think this looks fine. It's just, man, this is really lagging, and this volume was ridiculous. In hindsight, that's probably dumb because I was talking about this volume here being like, whoa, but I kind of dismissed it because markets were also really bad for these couple weeks. But I mean, this is a lot of selling, So anyways, equity positions 149.82. Let's see this on a weekly chart. I mean, it's whatever. Monthly chart. Yeah. I mean, if this can turn up, that would be sweet, I mean, this is a huge 3-year base that it is broken out from and is sitting right kind of where it broke out from. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what to do with that one. And then Palantir. And what the heck kind of day was this today? -5%. That was a surprise. So anyways, average cost basis on this is $77.93. Whatever. I was really surprised because these 2 days here were showing very, very strong support, really good demand. And so then this day, Friday, wasn't a surprise at all. This day, certainly a surprise. It's kind of strange. Huh? Is this going to roll over? We don't know. We will find out, though. On this one, a close below the 21-day moving average, and I will get out. Longer term investors, no reason to even care about this day. The 200-day moving average is moving up. All the moving averages are moving up. The future looks very bright for Palantir. Peter Thiel essentially funded J.D. Vance's rise. So, he's got friends in high places now. And they're going to be bidding on government contracts with SpaceX. So, SpaceX also has friends in high places now. So, but anyways, so yeah, long term, look for this thing to continue to go nuts. So, also, I remember seeing this on Thursday or Friday. An alert came in for massive call buying ahead of their earnings coming up. I think it's February earnings is coming up. But the strike price, I think, was like 120 or something. Was the strike price, And like the most ridiculous trade placed 120, 100, I can't quite remember, but something insane. And it was like somebody's betting huge. I think it was like 300,000 or 400,000 or something. Call options bought was like $100 strike price expiring in a couple months. That's insanity. Imagine the swing on that guy's account or that firm's account just today. That's wild to think about. Okay, that's enough about Palantir, and that's it for equity positions. Yep, that's it for equity positions. Okay, let's go to Geo. Geo was one of the few stocks that I was didn't give me any reason to worry the last few trading days. But man, what a tease though, huh? Just Friday was so good and so strong. I'm like, all right, here comes the break over 30, baby. Today, nope, was down. I'm like, what the heck? Anyways, closed pretty good. It's just like a strange sort of stock. Wow, look at this. There's good demand. Oh, it's getting so close. So those are call options expiring February 21st with a $25 strike price. 505. Those are currently 545. All right. Yeah, and again, in terms of winners from the Trump trade or the Trump election, Geo stands out, and it's not really talked about, but this is after Trump gets elected. This day from here to here. I don't even know what the percentage was. Whoa. Upwards of like 70%. Closing at the dead high, and it's just continued higher. So, yeah, and we'll see if Trump follows through, and we'll see if Geo continues to be a good trade going into the future. But as of now, it's really driven by market participant sentiment, and instead of any fundamental change, it's driven by the market participant sentiment that in the future their fundamentals will change for the better. And it appears market participants still believe that. All right, that's Geo. All right, now going up. Oh, Bitcoin. Oh, cool. Okay, so let's go over Bitcoin. So, gosh, when did I, right here. So, okay, so this is today, Friday, or I guess this would be, that's confusing. This futures, so it's like probably this day right here. When is this? 1-2. Okay, so Monday, Friday, Thursday. Oh wow. Okay, so yeah, the day after New Year's, is when I went long calls here in Bitcoin and IBIT. We'll just stay on IBIT since So, February 21st is the expiration, $54 strike price. Those, where is it? Average cost is $5.80. Those are currently $7.32. Now, I don't have any expectations for this over the short run. When is those expiring? February 21st? Huh. February 21st. What am I going to do with these? Do I need to get out of these soon? Do I need to get out of these soon? I might. Oh, this looks so good though on the weekly chart. Wow, does that look good. You know what I could do is I could sell some calls to bring that position to, like, you know, theta or time decay neutral. Theta. That's probably what I'll do. Let's write this down. So, sell IBIT calls. That's what we'll do. We'll sell some calls. Okay. Moving on. Let's look at moving on. So that's IBIT, blah, blah, blah. Okay, NASDAQ. Now, NASDAQ has been the strongest of the indexes. It is really good to see S&P get over this 50-day moving average. I think the last video that I made or something was like here or here, one of these days. And the one that was titled "We're at a Crucial Spot." And that video turned out to be really pessimistic. I wasn't even expecting it to be pessimistic, but I'm like, oh no, if we start selling off here, it's not going to be good. And that's sure enough what happened. And then the S&P is below the 50-day moving average. And I'm like, oh no, man, this huge break below the 50-day, rolling over right where you don't want to see it to roll over. Had a strong day on Friday, and then a strong day today, where it could just as easily have rolled back over. So it's really good to see the S&P 500 above its 50-day moving average. If this turns out to be a consolidation for another move higher, then that would be fantastic for markets. Man, this was such a violent day. That was insane. Whoa, that was all the way before Christmas. Jeez. Man, yeah. See, the last couple weeks, they have been extremely tough. So anyways, NASDAQ is the strongest of the indexes. And so this is why I go after the strongest, type, okay? So this is how I kind of, what's this? Okay, this is, so Monday, Friday, Thursday. So Thursday, and I think I had gotten out of some calls from the previous video for a loss, I believe. And so Thursday, I made the decision after watching Thursday. Here's Thursday, right here. This is Thursday. that if this was to close over 510 in the Qs, then I was going to go long NASDAQ. And that's what happened. You know, kind of funny enough, I probably placed the trade like, it's you know, it like, it was getting close to the close. So I'm going long calls in NASDAQ, and then the price like just tanked. I'm like, oh gosh, of course, you know, but then it rebounded. So that's when I started a position. Today I also added, and we'll go over that. So the instrument I'm using to go long NASDAQ is TQQQ. That's the leveraged NASDAQ fund. Those calls are expiring February 21st with an $82 strike price. And those are $82 strike price. $504 is what I paid for those. Those are currently $847. And then today I went long. I added to that position, but with different contracts. March 21st is the expiration with $85 strike price. $840. Those closed around 9:05. And I'll show you where I added to these. We'll go over to futures because that's what I watched during the day. So we'll go to a shorter time frame chart, and you have this trend line here, and I know some of the best technical analysis people, technicians, don't like trend lines. I do. So whatever. Now, this is how I kind of am viewing this market, that this could be a break. However, this isn't quite a normal consolidation, I don't think. I mean, this was pretty violent in here. You had things like really breaking down pretty big time, you know. It doesn't look that big of a deal in the NASDAQ index. Because NASDAQ held up the best. That's why I'm going after it. But things were really breaking down in here. That doesn't mean that this can't turn up and rocket higher, which I think that it can. And if it does, look for price to move much, much higher. So anyways, okay. So I added to this like right here. What was this, like an hour before the close? Literally like right here. So 12:10 my time. So yeah, so an hour before the close is when I got those new call options. And that's why I added here. You know, this could be a trend break. And it could not be. But that's why I added there. So, okay. So that's it. That's it for all the positions. Wow, that probably took a while. Indexes. Okay, so let's go over all of the indexes here. NASDAQ looks okay. You know, it's just this whole area. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. This will be very interesting. How's the volume today? Good. And it's good to see, you know, semis having such a strong day. And that really gave me confidence to add and hold these contracts and not start getting rid of them like Taiwan Semiconductor, right? I mean, this is a gap up, breakout into new all-time highs on heavy volume. So, you know, really strong day like that, plus a really strong day in Bitcoin. this could get interesting over this week. We'll see what happens this week. Could be interesting. So Nasdaq is the strongest looking, and I'm kind of surprised by that. I guess kind of. I don't know. Probably dumb to be surprised that Nasdaq is the strongest. But so the S&P 500's good that it got over that 50-day moving average. That's good. I really like to see this start working higher until we can get very aggressive. I'm not going to get very aggressive until this really starts working higher. Dow Jones is just struggling and starting to live below the 50-day moving average. This is not good. Not good at all. Now again, this could obviously completely start rocking, but as of now it's not good. Weekly chart looks okay. Monthly chart looks okay. I would love Dow Jones to start working again, because that's another one of the instruments that I really like going after and has worked well. Let's see. Russell, same sort of thing, just I really wanted to go long Russell on Friday or Thursday, maybe it was. It looked like this was some good supporting action to try and go after, but it's kind of one of those things where it's like, why go after a laggard, NASDAQ was clearly the strongest of all indexes, and so that's what you go after. You go after the strongest one. So, okay, now let's go over some sectors. So financial services, really bummed to see this get booted here today, and it's worrisome with MasterCard not looking so hot, but and Berkshire Hathaway too. It's the largest position in this fund, and Berkshire Hathaway looks like crap. So you really want to see this turning up, because man, if this rolls over, that's not good. All right, now let's go over consumer staples. Man, it's just a horrible break. Below 200-day moving average. This is a no-go. Materials, this is a no-go. And, this is really bad. This is all since Christmas, or since December. This is bad. Bad. And then same thing here with industrials. Ooh, that would be fantastic if we can find support at this 200-day moving average. Let's see how Caterpillar's looking. This looks okay. It looks okay. Let's see the volume through here. Not much volume. That's good to see. Let's see train. Train's starting to turn back up. That's nice. Okay. What other? Oh yeah. No, it wasn't utilities. I don't care about how utilities look, really. Well, I guess that's not true. I would go after anything I think would work. Communications. Yeah. Okay, cool. So communications. So, if I would have seen this today, I would have gone after this. Dang it. Okay. Wow. Look at this really good volume in here. All right. We'll probably go after this tomorrow. Yeah. Communication. Okay. That's kind of it for sectors. Well, let's look at healthcare. Whoa. If this is a important level, now I am generally speaking, I don't short anything in a bull market. Um, but wow, I mean, this is super weak. Healthcare, really weak. So look, wow, yeah. So I mean, weak. Um, oh shoot, no, it's XBI, biotech. Uh, yeah, just doing whatever. Oh, it'll be interesting. Oh shoot, what was it? Moderna and Pfizer. You guys, look at this. This is insane. I mean, Moderna and Pfizer, their shareholders and board, they've got to be really pissed. Wow, this is crazy. So COVID obviously was great for Pfizer and Moderna. You have the governments, yeah, buying their products, protecting them as well. So clearly that was great for Pfizer and Moderna's, share price. But look at this now. Something interesting that happened today is first bird flu human death. Now it's interesting in this report they had mentioned no other previous this person that died had no other. Here it goes, and was reported to have. The patient was over 65 was reported to have underlying medical conditions. Oh, okay. So I read that wrong earlier today. So it was reported he had other medical conditions. Okay. Current remains low. Now, Pfizer and Moderna, I think, they have a vaccine for this. That they had created a couple years ago. Ask yourself why they created that a couple years ago, and what's the significance of all of this happening now. So with the amount of money donated to politicians by Pfizer and Moderna, particularly Democrats, they'll be looking for a return on that investment. They're not donating money out of the kindness of their heart. They're donating money to get their agendas, passed. That's something to watch. S&P 500 in 2025. Oh, look at that. Buffett. Wow, he had a good year. And here's the other thing to talk about. As January goes, so goes the year, and that is true. So, January is off to a pretty good start. Now, let's go over bonds. So, So, oh gosh, you don't want to see this. You do not want to see this. Yields still going up. As the Fed is cutting, yields are still going up. So take that one, Federal Reserve. Let's end the Fed. This is not good to see. You don't want to see yields continue to rise from here. It's just not good. Now, today, interesting day, right? Yields up, equities also up. Let's see. This is like a diversified one, I think. Total bond market ETF. Yeah, so more of a diversified one. But yeah, so then let's look at some futures here. So ZN is the 10-year Treasury, 10-year note, and it just doesn't look good. I mean, I don't know. Obviously anything can happen, but it just does not look good. Ugh, man. If this blows out, if this starts really blowing out, then watch out. The 5-year, see. All right. Let's see this. Record pace. Yellen's short-term debt strategy sparks warnings for Trump administrations. Your costs explode and buyers could balk. Don't know what that means. Strategy relying heavily on short-term debt financing. Yes. Could create significant market turbulence. That's true. So short-term, blah, blah. That's the severity of the federal deficit problem. That's exactly what it does for short-term debt. Instead of issuing longer-term debt, they mask the severity of the federal deficit problem. That is exactly right. But everything comes at a cost. Potentially setting up a crisis for the incoming administration. Just shifted approximately 30% to short-term securities, up 15% in 2023. Wow, chosen much higher rates to issue long-term debt, which will blow out interest rates on credit card mortgages, etc. That means recession or worse. Yep, that's true. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, this is super. The bond market is the most important market in the world. So, cool. Yeah, interesting article there. Really interesting. That was good. Good little read. Okay. Bonds. Okay, cool. Let's go to everybody's favorite topic: capitulation and elation. Elation. Let's start with that. Bitcoin and particularly MicroStrategy. Boom. 12%. Initially I was going to do Taiwan Semiconductor as the elation. You know what? I think that one should be, honestly, because a breakout of all-time highs over this massive base is uber bullish, but we've got, I guess, two elation ones. Bitcoin, in particular MicroStrategy, and Taiwan Semiconductor. This area is suspect. And see, same thing here for Bitcoin too. And again, I'm just talking short term, over the next couple days or whatever. A little bit suspect here. I'm going to sell call options in IBIT to get that down to more of like a time decay neutral, because those are expiring in like a month and a couple weeks, and that's coming up quick. That's short for me, for my strategy. Now, a month out to expiration, it seems like most people these days think that is like the longest dated call option they've ever heard of. Gosh, but no, those are not long dated. Okay, you got all these 0-day call options expiring. I have never bought a single 0-day options contract. Never a single one. Although I do day trade futures sometimes. So, but yeah, I mean, 0-day options, that's kind of, okay. Okay, now let's go over some of the Bitcoin miners here. Marathon. I would really like to see Marathon work, and this is a good spot. I could see this. You go from 21-ish here. Yeah, it's pretty good. Anything below 20, right? So the risk to reward is there. CleanSpark. Yeah, I'm surprised with CleanSpark's underperformance. Marathon and CleanSpark. What else? Oh yeah, Hut. This is what the market likes the most. Okay, see, yes, that's why it's super important. So Hut mining performed the best. This is why it's always important to go after the strongest ones. This is the strongest. For some reason, the market loves Hut mining. So if you're going to go after a Bitcoin miner, or anything for that matter, you go after the strongest one. So, I mean, holy moly. In 3 days, 3 trading days, this went from $20 to $26. I mean, that's gigantic. With 10% today, that's insane, right? Whereas opposed to like a laggard like CleanSpark, I mean, it's just like, half, right? I mean, not even. Way less than half. I mean, half its gain today, but okay. So then let's look at Riot. Yeah, it would be cool if Riot performed well. There's some really cool Bitcoiners that work at Riot. So, you would like to see that company perform well. Also, wow, this base. Okay. So that's it. Now let's go to capitulation. Palantir. Yeah, down 5%. Let's look at as to if there's any news on Palantir. And again, let's check these stocks moving the most today. Yeah, is Palantir on here? Oh, Fubo TV. Oh, what? Man, that should be an elation. 241% for Fubo TV. I don't even know if I knew they were publicly traded. Holy cow, I gotta put them on the watch list. Fubo. All right, well, they are the elation. That's insane. Wow. All right, but anyways, offers limited upside. Oh. Analyst warn. Here's why. Okay, let's see what they say. Let's see what these analysts that are so good at trading that they decided to be analysts say about where they think the price of something's going to be based upon their analysis. Shares and data, blah, blah, from decline, assume coverage with an underweight rating. Set a price target for $60, implying about a 25% downside. That's crazy. And about to reevaluate its thesis, Palantir. In the early stages of the year, Palantir has gotten a lot of things right. Okay. Because it's good. Okay. They ended this analyst while acknowledging strong execution and momentum. We see success more than priced in at current multiple premium. You're like, oh, okay, that sounded smart, but means absolutely nothing. Business momentum now seems to be stabilizing. Okay, cool. Well, where's the data? I'm not saying this guy's wrong. I'm just saying analysts are usually always wrong. All right. So that's it. That was good. It was good to be back. I think this was kind of a long one. My plan for tomorrow is to not really do anything. I got to be honest. I don't really think I'm going to be doing anything. Yeah. No. Oh no. That's not true. I'm selling IBIT calls to get that to more of a time decay neutral position, so I don't have to worry about time decay over this next week or so. And probably going long communications sector. Yeah, I want to see some momentum building. Yeah, so, again, same thing with indexes, and especially the S&P, until we really start getting momentum, then I will be getting very aggressive. I'm in plenty of space to for my account to perform well if things continue to go well, but not in aggressive mode, just yet. Okay, let's look at Mag 7 before calling this a day. Wow, gave up back all the gains. It's not good. Ugh. Yeah, so if this can turn up, this would be a huge base, and Microsoft is going to the moon. All right, Apple. Yeah, very interesting. Very strong break below this 21-day moving average. I didn't really expect this move from Apple, but sitting right here where it broke out to all-time highs, so that's totally fine. Apple, Meta. Whoa, 4% today? This is one that was looking really good, and 4% for Meta is huge, baby. Woo! Awesome. Meta, wow, that looks really good. Really, really good. Amazon. This looks fantastic, too. This looks really good. Amazon looks great. Amazon. Yeah, I guess that's it. NVIDIA, we looked at NVIDIA. Oh, Tesla. Oh, and then Google. Yeah, so this is good. This is good. That's fine. Whatever. Tesla, Google. Google looks really good. Man, so you got Meta and Google and Amazon that are just looking really good. And semis are picking back up. Taiwan Semiconductor is looking great. Nvidia's looking good. So that is something exciting and bullish. Bonds still have me worried. The bond market is way more important than the likes of Apple or Google. So, bond market goes, so too will equities. Although in 2022, when bonds had their worst year ever, which is wild. And it's kind of crazy to think just, a couple banks went under for that. But, well, and other things, and not strictly for that, but, and equities also had a nasty bear market. That was a nasty bear market. And same with bonds. I mean, it was tough to go anywhere. And that was kind of a rarity. So we'll see, who knows? Maybe the bond market would go and people will just start buying equities. But anyways, all right, that's it. Tomorrow, yeah, like I said, I'm going to look at XLC, selling IBIT calls, and chilling. So anyways, you guys, Happy New Year. Today, oh my gosh, we completely forgot the news about Justin Trudeau resigning. That's fantastic news. Like, that is great, great news. If you love a country or a people or a society or communities, or your neighbors, you're happy to see a guy that has made a country worse off leave. That's good. Right? Because you want people to be prosperous. His policies suck and have driven Canada down. And, as a fellow human, I don't want to see that. So I want to see people that are bad for a country not run that country. So hopefully Canada will get somebody good in there. That would be awesome. So again, I mean, that was, great news today. So yeah, all right, that's it. Tomorrow it should be pretty chill. I think this week is going to be an important week, and I'm excited, and we'll see what happens. Later, guys.